After roughly 2.5 years of construction, detours, and frustration, Burlington's brand new Main Street is now finally finished, and the city wants to draw plenty of attention to it. ABC 22's Matt Holderman joins me now again alongside Main Street. Matt, so how is everything going on right now? Because the final product looks pretty good. A lot of people there too.
Hi, Lauren. Yeah, certainly a lot of people here tonight having a good time as the city is holding a two-day block party to celebrate the brand new Main Street right now. I've got my good buddy Ethan behind the camera here. It is his last day, so we're going to do a little walk and talk to show you around, show off some of the new Main Street project here. There is a lot more sidewalk space than there was before. Also a little bit of a lack of parking spaces for cars, of course, but you can see there's so much on the ground. They were able to actually paint separate bike lanes and pedestrian lanes, so to speak, here. Now, city leaders talked about the project earlier today, and unfortunately, we know another part of this was what happened to some local businesses. They made sure to not forget to mention some of that pain.
Now I want to welcome you to the new Main Street.
After 30-plus months of roadwork and beautification efforts, Burlington's Great Streets Main Street project finally came to a close earlier in the day, featuring a lot more room for pedestrians and bicyclists that city leaders were sure to brag about.
Today, 60% of the space is used for wider sidewalks, a cycle track, public art, outdoor vending.
A large motivation behind the project was replacing 150-year-old pipes underground that could have led to major issues and repairs if they were to burst at any point. City leaders hope the new sewer and water infrastructure beneath the streets, coupled with the new design above ground, can be good for local businesses and the future of the city, especially following a tumultuous couple of years of construction to get to this point. Not only did the last few years feature constantly changing detours that some drivers struggled to keep up with, it also led to less foot traffic downtown and businesses like Nectar's, the Griffin, and the Cafe Hot ultimately deciding sticking around to see the project through wasn't worth it.
I want to thank all of our local business owners for helping us manage and be creative about the impacts of this project, for understandably clearly expressing your frustrations with us.
This project is about more than just new sidewalks and street improvements. It's about creating a safer, more welcoming, and more vibrant Burlington and Main Street for everyone.
Despite the local business departures, officials remain very optimistic about the city and Main Street's future. They say they were able to finish the project both on time and on budget at around $36 million.
This street is now a resilient cornerstone of our downtown for decades to come.
So while Main Street is fully opened now and all of the work largely is done, there is still going to be a little bit of work going on the next couple of weeks you might see, but it's not going to impact traffic. It's just going to be folks, whoops, there goes my AirPod. I'll pick that up in a minute. Thank you very much. So there are going to be some people putting in new pieces of sidewalk, as well as just doing a little bit of landscaping work to finish things up. The music you hear behind me, by the way, this is going on until 7:30, and the rest of the block party is going on all day tomorrow as well. But if you make that part of your Saturday plans, then bring a raincoat with you, maybe a mask for the smoke too. Reporting live in Burlington, Matt Holderman, ABC 22 News.